Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. This is just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Felt like hitting y'all with another video today, and then I'm gonna go off and watch this Yankee game. We're in the playoffs. Go Yanks, man. But Clipse continue this masterful rollout, and I wanted to come and talk about it on here with y'all. This is not going to be a long one, but I just want to say a couple of words. But so let God sort them out. As we know, dropped back in July. Clipse did so many interviews, so many pieces of content. They were so present. They answered every question. They did a tiny desk. They came to Genius. They sat with me at Genius. If you haven't watched Genius content, check it out. They went on tour. They performed at the Vatican. They dropped dope merch. Like they were super present with this and really worked this album. And today they dropped the video for The Birds Don't Sing. That's the intro to the album. That's a song dedicated to their late mother and their late father. And you should go check out the video if you haven't checked out the video. I don't know why you're here if you haven't checked out the video, but I put the link in the description of this video, so go check out that video. And I'm gonna say this before I get into it: if you lost a parent or if you lost both your parents, my condolences. I'm sending you love. This video is different. I understand that this video is different. If you're still blessed enough to have your parents, give them a call. Tell them you love them. And if there's a rift there, because we are all human, and our family is a complicated thing. At times, family could be very complicated. If there's a rift there, maybe today is the day that you work on mending it. That you work on maybe trying to figure it out, or just chip away at whatever the problem is, because it can't be solved in the day. But maybe this is the day that you extend an olive branch, or just try to work it out, right? Like that's the feeling that this video gives. So the video is directed by Brendan O'Connor and produced by Shot Clock. The song is, of course, by the Clipse. Features John Legend on the hook. Voices of Fire are the voices, the choir voices that we hear. Is produced by Pharrell. And then there's an outro from Stevie Wonder, an uncredited outro, but that's Stevie Wonder's voice at the end. If y'all didn't know, at the end when you hear when he says, "Remember those who lost their mothers and fathers, and make sure that every single moment that you have with them, you show them love." That's Stevie Wonder. It's a little Easter egg, man, but that's a beautiful thing. So the video starts with a scene of Pusha and Malice lifting Pusha's son up to put flowers at their parents' resting place. I don't know what that, a type of mausoleum maybe. I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to pretend what it's called, but if you see the video, like you see they're where they're laid to rest is up. It's a little bit up. So they're boosting Pusha's son up to leave flowers at the resting place. We hear a word, we hear a good word before the music starts. We see some home video, we see some family pictures. The video features real tight shots of Pusha while he's rapping, and it shows us how intimate, how up close and personal we're gonna get. I'm assuming that they filmed this in the real family home. I don't know for sure, but it feels real. That's the feeling that it gives me. And they pose outside of the home at the end. If this isn't their real family's home, they did an amazing job at making it just feel real and authentic, and bringing you inside of their family. So it's an amazing job, but it feels very real. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. And then there's extra B-roll, cinematic B-roll, just putting family on display, black family on display. Hand holding, hugging, togetherness, a little bit of somberness. That's the move for sure. But togetherness, we see bonds. When Malice starts his verse again, we start in real close, tight shot of him rapping, by the dining room table, by the window. And during his verse, you see, because he's rapping about his dad, you see fathers with their children, spending time with their children, teaching their children. Again, family, togetherness, bonds, black families. We have B-roll of Malice, fishing with his dad, which he raps about in the song. That was powerful. What I'm saying? I liked his remix, his dad's remix to the Tommy Hilfiger shirt, to the Hilfiger shirt. He'll figure it out. That I thought that was cool. The whole thing is powerful, but you could just watch this video. I can't do it justice. Me sitting here talking about it is not really going to do it justice. But here's my thing, and like I said, we're not going to stay here long. Here's my thing about the video and this Clipse album in general. Yes, Clipse are drug rap. On the surface, luxury, drug, rap, street hip hop. That's the tag. It's in the content. There's no escaping it. But it's deeper than that. And I'd argue it always has been. The video is proof that it's deeper than that. That there's more here, especially with this album. That family, that concept of family has always been within Clipse, because I mean, for one, Pusha and Malice are brothers, blood brothers. So just that in itself is a different type of bond. You know what I'm saying? And then them coming back together for this album and recording music together, I think is a special thing. But it's always kind of been that family has been present in the music. Let's go back to Lord Willing. Let's go back to Grinding, which was the first hit. I feel like I said this before. Malice said, "My grind's about family, never been about fame." He opens one of his verses with that. "My grind's about family, never been about fame." Of course, after he says, "On days I wasn't able, there was always Kane," and that's the drug and the metaphor. But the family is there right with it. My grind's about family. You know, you go back to Lord Willing, listen to how Malice raps about their grandmother on the intro. He says, "Scousana started with my grandmama, who distributed yay she had flown in from the Bahamas." That's on the intro to Lord Willing. Young boy from Lord Willing, you know, see my family got a history of hustlers. Little brother, big brother, mother, the grandmother, it's tradition. And it's not to glorify that, right? But it's to show how family has always been present. Just again, how they get the stamp of drug rap, and how, yes, the drugs, the street aspect has always been present. Family was present from the very beginning as well in their music. And I'm just thinking out loud while I'm doing this, that might be a good project for me to work on long term. I gotta do the research, but I think I'm gonna prove it to you. I think I'm gonna come back and do a video about the story of family through the Clipse catalog. That's a cool like, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, yo, I should just do a video on it. So that's a cool video. I don't know when it's coming. You might it's gonna take me a while to just work on it, but I'm gonna work on it. That's something I want to do. Like that'll be fun to do, and I think it will be like just a good departure from everything else. So y'all can expect that. I didn't have a ton to break down here right now, but I did a video earlier about Nicki and Cardi. We've been talking about Young Thug and Whiteface, that album cover and that whole thing. I just felt like I wanted to talk to y'all about something that just felt beautiful, something that felt special, something that felt artistic, that didn't have a controversy attached to it, because we know the way the algorithms work, the more controversial the video, the more tension in the headline, you know, the traffic will go up. And that's just the world we live in. This is not a complaint about it, but you know, you got to clear the palette. So, you know, as much as I'm gonna do the interview and tell y'all and try to contextualize about what's going on, I mean, we're gonna talk about just the beautiful, the special, the artistic heights that you know, this culture reaches as well. All right, that's it. That's all I had to say, man. I'm about to go watch this Yankee game. All right, till next time. Peace.